In this video, we're going to take a look at how to solve equations using multiplication and division. We're going to continue the idea of solving equations that whenever I'm adding a number, if I want to solve for x, figure out what x is, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to kind of undo whatever is being done to x. So in this case, since I'm adding 3, to undo adding 3, I am going to subtract 3 from each side. So I get x is going to equal 2. If I subtract 3 from x and get 5, in order to undo what is being done to the x in subtracting 5, I'm going to undo that subtraction by adding 3. So 3's will cancel out. I'm left with x is going to equal 8. So when I begin to look at situations where the x is being multiplied or divided, division undoes multiplication, multiplication undoes division. So for example, if I have 3 times x is going to equal 15, remembering that anytime I write 3x, it means 3 times x, even though that multiplication is not written. I'm going to undo that by dividing by 3. And in this case, I'm choosing to use the fraction bar for division, meaning division, instead of writing division like this. The reason being is if you're writing it really quickly, if I do something like that, it might look like a subtraction sign. Okay. Or if I write it really, really bold, or I'm not paying attention, it could look a little bit like a plus sign. So for clarity's sake, a lot of times, and just because it might be a little quicker than forming the little dots, I'm going to use that fraction bar meaning division. So 15 divided by 3. Well, what's 3 over 3? It's 1. So I'm left with basically 1x, or x, will equal 15 divided by 3, which is 5. So another example. If I have 8x is equal to 48, since I'm multiplying x by 8, I'm going to divide by 8. The 8's will cancel out, or basically divide out to be 1, leaving me with the x by itself. 48 divided by 8 is going to be 6. Okay. Then when I look at situations where the x is divided by a number, in order to get the x by itself, to undo the division, if I multiply by 7, once again I've got 7 in the numerator, 7 in the denominator, I'm left with x equals, and if I multiply the left by 7, I'm going to multiply the right by 7. So 8 times 7 is going to be 56. And with all these, I've been skipping this step, but it's always a good idea to check. What's 56 divided by 7? Well, it's going to be 8, so that checks, because the 8 will equal the 8. Okay. One more quick example. X over 10 is equal to 40. Since x is being divided by 10, I'm going to multiply by 10 on both sides. 10's cancel, leaving me with an x equals 40 times 10, which is a 100. Also, if it helps you to continue to draw the lines where the equal signs are, that's fine. Okay. I don't find as much problem with making sure that you're putting a number on both sides as I did with the subtraction and addition. But if the lines around the equal sign help you to think about the two different sides and you want to continue to write them, that's perfectly okay. So hopefully it's been helpful. Looking forward to practicing.